I'm Will Brock, and this is my instruction demo video. So I'm just going to have you guys do lunges down to the half-court line and back. Just go ahead. There you go. Keeping that torso straight up and down. Nice and tight. Abs, bracing that spine. Make sure you're getting that your legs far enough apart. Kind of. There you go. All right. Next, you're gonna do just get a little hip hinge, going down, slight knee bend, keeping the back flat. Just 3 times, getting that nice hamstring stretch and back up, and then 3 times each leg.
Do we need to hold it?
Hold it for like a 2 count, yeah. Good, make sure you're pinching those shoulder blades back.
I can't feel if my back is straight.
There you go.
So is your back leg straight?
Back leg is straight.
Okay.
Just 3 times each leg, you're just going to get a little hip rotation in, 3 times each leg. Alright, go ahead and grab a chair. We're going to go over just the basic air squat today. Be called air squat, body weight squat, free squat. Just anything that doesn't have really any external weight on you. You're not holding a kettlebell, don't have a barbell on your back, just your weight. And it's really important to have a good basic foundation of the air squat, because it's pretty much the most basic functional movement we do day to day. Whether we think about it or not, we're always squatting, doing something. Okay? So I'm gonna talk about each position first, and then we'll kind of go through progression with each one of you. So you kind of want to, and you can kind of mimic me as well. Kind of want to start your feet shoulder width apart about, and it's okay to kind of point your feet toes out a little bit. You don't want to like over exaggerate, but really have them planted in. When you initiate the movement, you always want your weight in the midfoot to the heels of your feet. Okay. With your knees, you always want to keep them in line with your, in a straight line with your feet, with your lower leg and upper leg. The most important thing is you never let them crash in. That puts a lot of strain on like the patellar tendon and the ACL. That's how a lot of those injuries happen. Next, you initiate the movement with the hips through the joint that you move first takes most of the weight that you have. Like I said, whether that's a barbell or your body weight. So as you, just like we did with warming up, you always want that initial hip hinge going on. You know. So that puts the majority of the weight in your hips. If you start going forward first, it puts a lot of weight on your knees, again, which is not ideal, okay? you want to get that hip going back. And that's where you want to start the movement. But before you even start, you always need to brace your trunk, your abs, your spine. That's the most important part of this movement. Because I mean, you can get in a flex position, obviously when you're down in your squat, which rounds you out. Obviously not ideal, but there is a such thing as being overextended as well. So that's not ideal either. So you want to be in a neutral position throughout the entire time. Okay. So thinking about all that, you want to initiate the movement with the hips slightly back and down. So you don't want to over-exaggerate and keep on pushing your hips away from the body, because that brings your chest down, which I mean, your back's still flat or whatever, but like with weight, that's not gonna happen, because you're gonna end up like that. Okay? So you want to go slightly back and down, and yep, just like that, bringing your hands forward. Keeps you balanced with the midfoot to your heels, okay? Keeping your chest up, back flat. You stand straight up. Now when you stand straight up, or when you stand up out of a squat, you want to come down, and this is where a lot of people, when they push up, their knees collapse in, okay? That's where that ACL, patellar tendon, come into play. So when you come out, you want to actively push your knees out, okay? So like you want to keep them in line with your toes, and they're not going as far out as you might think, but like you just need to, because pushing them out really engages your hamstrings and your glutes, which is where you want to engage that from. Okay. So we're going to start with just like a basic movement that we do day to day, and we're going to start with just like sitting down. Okay. So, yep. So when you sit down, just like I said, you initiate it with the hips and then down. Just like that, yep.
Oops. I think I was not here.
Yep, make sure you're staying tight, yep, straight up. And then what a lot of people do when they're sitting down, they just kind of push forward, which is keep pushing your shins forward. You want to keep your shins straight, and when you sit up, you just want to bring your hips up first, and then stand up. Yep, just like that. So do that a couple times. Nice. All right, good. All right. Next, we're just gonna go behind. What we're gonna do is just to help you guys with the balance. We're gonna make sure you're nice and tight. You're just gonna hold on to the chair, get in your setup, and just come down and just hold on to the chair, and just hold it for about 5 seconds, and then come back up. Let's do that 2 times. Now we'll just come back out here, and I'm going to have each of you do just 5 nice and easy front squats, and just see how it is. Go ahead. Nice. And make sure you want the weight in the heels, but make sure you're still kind of keeping your toes on the ground a little bit, not coming up too much. And that's a basic front squat. Thank you.
Thank you.